So lots of horns peeping as we go along. We've got with Jen and David this morning. Why are you here this morning?
I'm here because I believe that the EU is going downhill fast. UKIP is possibly the only way forward. We've been completely betrayed by Theresa May, who doesn't care about the people in this country. It just doesn't seem like she cares about the people in this country at all, and would rather that we submit to EU laws and not make rules of our own, which we could quite easily do, and which we did before we joined the EU.
Yeah. And Jen?
Why am I here?
Why are you here?
Well, because the fight isn't over yet. I thought it was in 2016.
Yep.
And nobody's listening to us, so somebody has to make a stand. That's why I'm here.
Thanks, Jen. So I'm with Julian Parrott, who's UKIP councillor for Torbay. I'm also with Ian Walsh this morning, and this lady here is
Margaret Dennis.
Hello,
Devon
Margaret.
County Chair.
Hello, Devon. Margaret, good morning. Why are we doing this morning, Julian? What are we doing this for?
Well, I think we are just outraged. I cannot believe that Theresa May has made a spectacle of this country. She sat outside a meeting with the EU this week for hours on end. She doesn't realise that her humiliation is our humiliation. 17.4 million people feel humiliated, and we won't stand for it.
Absolutely. Ian, you're here. Your position at UKIP?
I'm the chairman of Torbay UKIP.
Fine, thank you. And why are you here? I know, obviously, it's probably similar reasons to
I'm
Julian,
here
but
because Theresa May said apparently 108 times that we would leave the EU on the 29th of March. We want our leave that she promised us. You know, people believed her when she kept on saying Brexit means Brexit. We will leave the EU. We will leave the EU on the 29th of March. And here we are. Yet another date has gone past.
yeah.
Apparently now it's going to be October before we go again. And even that is looking unlikely.
Yeah. Well, I guess a Remainer PM.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And 2/3 of the House of Commons Remainers.
Yeah.
Even though their constituencies.
Even though their manifesto stated quite straightforwardly that they were leaving.
Yeah.
There was no doubt about it. 80% or more, was it, of the electorate of the last general election voting for parties that had leave clearly stated in their manifesto.
Yeah. And obviously these MPs who are in Leave constituencies, who have obviously pushed to try and stay in Parliament, people like Yvette Cooper, for example. What do you think is going to happen if come a general election? And I'm guessing that's quite a strong possibility later this year. Do you think that's a realistic possibility, a general election later this year?
I suspect not. I suspect they're too cowardly to have an election because they know that so many of them will lose their seats. I think that's both government and Labour side. That's why Labour aren't pushing harder for an election.
Yeah.
Because they know that there are issues there. I think the Yvette Cooper, I'm glad you mentioned Yvette Cooper actually, because did you realise her bill was only passed by one vote?
It was.
And that vote was cast by a convicted perverter of the course of justice in this country.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it? The vote of somebody like that counts more than the vote of 17.4 million people. It's an absolute national disgrace.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Julian, regarding Kevin Foster, Torbay's MP, what's your thoughts regarding
I would
his
say about Kevin, thank goodness we've got him and not Sarah Wollaston. I mean, he has been consistent, at least, in the way he's voted. We all know he's voted consistently with the government, and you would expect that of a Tory MP that's been elected to support a Tory government. So I don't have any particular issue with Kevin. I think he's probably got the... I don't think that he's truly understood what the withdrawal agreement is and stands for, because it really, let's face it, the withdrawal agreement is not a withdrawal, it's actually just an agreement to talk some more, and that is not acceptable.